What is up, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. And today we're going to look like a more in-depth look into Indiana Jones and the what's it called, the Great Circle. What's it called? The Great Circle. Yes. Now I did a reaction to the developers direct, unless you're sleeping under a rock. That happened. What was it? Thursday night or Thursday during the day, wherever you are, but it was nighttime. Yeah. So I did my reaction to that. The game looked great. It's from Machine Gun Games. Is it Machine Games or Machine Gun Games? But Bethesda basically. And yeah, well, I was surprised to see that the executive producer is Todd Howard. So I wonder if he had any input into this game. But the game looks good. Now, there were certain things that surprised me. Like, and I think a lot of people assumed it would be a third-person action-adventure game, sort of, in the fields of Tomb Raider, Lara Croft, and, of course, Uncharted. But if you know Machine Games, if you know their style of games, they've always done first-person shooters. They've done great first-person shooters, such as the beloved franchise of Wolfenstein, which is the OG FPS game. And we're not talking about the recent one that happened with the PJs, with Blazkowicz's daughters or some sort. We're not talking about that one. That one is forgotten. They make great FPS shooters. So, when I thought about it, kind of thought to myself, it actually makes sense. I think the first person aspect is the right direction that they're going in with it. And they should stick to their guns, stick to what they know, and just give us a great story, great gameplay. And the game looks good. Now, obviously, we have the console warriors, the fanatics, the ponies, all over Twitter saying the game looks awful, the game looks trash, the game looks like a PS3 game. And they do that usual thing where they take screenshots in 480 or something, and they blow it up. So they blow it up, zoom it in so great that it looks awful, and they compare it to CGI scenes from like PlayStation exclusives like Uncharted, and we've seen this happen. And the more I saw this, the more I kept thinking as well, why I think it's in the right direction. It's so that no one can say that, oh, Xbox, Bethesda, whatever, they are copying the Uncharted formula. Because you're going to have those ponies that do this. They want every other game to look like their games. And that is why I say, why can't games be different? People want the exact same thing over and over instead of having a variety of different games. That is why there is variety. That is why there is different genres. But yeah, man, this game looks great. Now, obviously, I said it in my reaction to the developer direct. It looks like the game could still be polished graphically, and I think that's why they're not giving an exact release date, because they're probably still busy with that. If you look at Avowed, when Avowed's gameplay trailer, the reveal that they did last year, it didn't look that great. A lot of people were calling into question the graphic fidelity, but at this year's developer direct, it looked great. The game looked polished. Oh, it's Machine Games, not Machine Gun Games, my bad. The graphics look more polished, so the same thing is going to happen here. Yeah, you see, Todd Howard is the executive producer. I hope he didn't have too much input into the game. Now, I know he said that he always wanted to make this game, but he thought that the best people to do it was Machine Games at Bethesda. So how much pull and control and say did he have on the game? We're gonna have to find out. But he was in the developer direct. He spoke about the game and things. It's always something that he wanted to do. But yeah, given the state of Starfield at the moment, I kind of want this to be Machine Games' own thing, and I think it is. But yeah, we have to wait and see. This looks good. I don't know how people look at this and say, "Oh, this looks bad," and shit. Obviously, this is only at 1080p because it's only in 1080p quality. But you see, the graphics looks great. I think it just needs a bit more polishing. The fidelity of the graphics, Just waiting. So they said that you're going to have puzzles, but it's sort of optional as well. So I think you get like it's going to be like a linear story, where you get a semi-open world sort of, where you can go and do these puzzles, and they you will collect rare artifacts and things like that that maybe unlocks abilities or something. Who knows? It just looks like a straightforward shooter, action adventure shooter with Indiana Jones. And I mean, what's wrong with that?
To be found.
You can't just run away from your problems, Indiana.
I also saw one of the tweets saying that that they made the wrong choice with the first person and for the first person aspect, and also was with all the cutscenes. I was just like, what do you mean all the cutscenes?
Stop it. Get some help.
Are all PlayStation games not like 80% of the game is just cutscenes? It's walking simulator and things like that. Come on. I'm not saying they're bad games, but there are a lot of cutscenes. So why all of a sudden is now a problem that an Xbox game has cutscenes? I don't understand this double standard, man. It's just insane.
Watch me.
I still wonder if Harrison Ford voices him actually, you know? Look here, that looks good. That looks like, that looks great. Obviously the game's going to look better when it comes launch day, you know?
Spiritual significance.
But it's a
Draw a line through these ancient
adventure game, first person shooter basically.
line circle.
That reminds me of Wolfenstein.
Trust me, it ain't a walk in the park.
Hey, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you
She looks good. Not gonna lie, she looks good. So she's like gonna be a side character, like his sidekick somewhat. Look, you're gonna have that action set piece the same like that in Wolfenstein, which is going to be great. Sort of like Call of Duty as well.
Protector of
They got the model right. They got the face model right. It looks perfect. Now, my concerns that I have is, and I think everybody's been talking about in the various YouTube videos, is the when they talked about bringing Indiana Jones to the modern audience, to modern audiences. Now, my concern here is, don't mess with the lore of Indiana Jones. Don't mess with the character, with with the lore of Indiana Jones to the point of trying to change it to fit modern views and things like that. Please don't do that. I don't want any agendas in the game. This game is set in the 90s. What's it set in the 1970s or something like that? Can we just have a great Indiana Jones game that doesn't have hidden agendas, woke agendas? You know, these things where people are trying to put their political agendas in them. Just give us a great action adventure game. I know machine games can deliver that. They can, and they have the license with Indiana Jones. We know that the recent film last year did not do well at all. So it's going to be great what they do with the character. But my concern is they're going to change too much. They're going to inject, all these ideologies and political views. I don't. Come on. If you're gonna do it, don't do it to the point where it's so obvious. Just don't do it. So there's going to be a female. Where is she now? It's going to be a female counterpart to Indiana Jones, which is his sidekick or his partner, whatever. Don't bring it to the point where she's overshadowing the main character. Come on, guys. I don't think we need that in the game. That is my only concern with it. Other than that, game looks great. Like I said, I think they can polish the graphics up a bit. Just a bit. It looks great, but this is only a 1080p, so the YouTube videos don't do it justice. And also don't pay attention to the fanboys out there that's taking a screenshot of the things and blowing it up, zooming it in like tenfold to make it look bad and comparing it to CGI scenes of like Uncharted and that. So yeah, that's my thoughts about the game, man. Looking forward to it. I think we probably get this around September, the same time that Starfield dropped. But yeah, man, this looks good. Let me know in the comments down below. What are your thoughts? What are your concerns about this game? Do you think it's going to be a banger? It's one of the big games, for Xbox. So they had a good year last year, but this year they need to step it up. And like I've said before, the reviewer scores don't, like, you shouldn't pay too much attention to it. But I think this year they need those, those bangers. And they got 4 games coming this year so yeah, man, time will tell. Time will tell. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below, guys. What are your thoughts? What are you excited for? Let me know. What are you concerned about? Most importantly. And as always, guys, I got love and leave. I'll catch you in the next video. Rampage out. Peace.